I chase dubs, not the bubs. I like that one a lot. Honestly, a lot of this from the Happy Chaos perspective is not even accurate. This does predate the guard crush loop, yes. In fact, I wonder if you can actually... You can see when I find that, because I actually found it in the middle of a match when I was just zoning a Nago player. And I was like, am I guard crushing him with like over and over? I should actually clip that. The day I ruined Guilty Gear Strive.
In your opinion, how many Celestial Challenge fails does it take for you to consider someone hard stuck?
Thanks so much for the money. I really appreciate it. When it comes to being hard stuck, and this is something that I realized not even from fighting games. I realized this because I was a League player before I was a fighting game player. I actually was almost into like competitive League, which could you imagine what kind of timeline that would be if I played League for the past 9-10 years instead of fighting games. I played top lane, but if I was sweating, I played Vayne. I was 100% that type of person. Like, oh, team's gonna lose. Gotta time to play Vayne and carry. Oh. Oh, that was not wise. But basically, sorry, I got sidetracked talking about fucking League of Legends, of all things. That's not good. When it comes to like feeling hard stuck, it's really only a concept. I mean, like there's that great tweet where, whoops, where Punk like got what's it called? He got like you can get into Celestial that one day, but then he ended up getting third at Arc Revo East or some shit like that. Yeah, big thing. Hey. Basically, well, the thing about ranking systems like that is that they're not always reliable for like telling your own strength or skill. It's entirely based on the players you play against. Thanks so much, Larry, so, Master. So when it comes to like skill-based matchmaking, I feel like a lot of people will just project and they'll be like, oh, you know, I'm just trash. When honestly, it's not even them. It's a matter of the ranking system, right? But I also do think a lot of people tend to kind of go too early when they start winning. So what I mean by that is a lot of people tend to be like, oh, I'm super godlike. Oh, I should have done Nostrovia, or not Nostrovia, the Beast Boy Sleeper. Basically, a lot of people are very prone to saying like, oh yeah, I'm super godlike before they've actually accomplished something super godlike, which in turn makes it so that when they're actually doing things that are good, it makes it harder to kind of recognize it, right? That's like a very common thing. It's so again, I got you, don't worry. Oh, I forgot. My bad. Wait. I'm trying to teleport here, see? Also not very wise. That actually I think would have killed me if they got meter. Well, I should have done something smarter there. 6p at that interaction was not very good. Alright. So basically, the answer to your question... Oh my god, well actually, the question... or the answer is, quite frankly, try not to stress it too much as like a... Whoops. As a matter of, like, oh, I suck, I can't get into Celestial. When a lot of the time it is quite literally just based on how lucky you are. Which is not a very good thing, honestly. That's the problem with a lot of online ranking systems. A lot of people aren't quite ready for digesting content from it, and not just because it's hard. Like, understanding like mentality and competitive gaming or like sports is always going to be hard, right? But fighting games are probably one of the worst ones for teaching you like oh, this is something you need to pay attention to, oh, this is something you need to think about, right? Because the most things in games have kind of linear learning progression, like kind of cycles, right? Well, that sucks. There's usually not as many non-solutions in other games as there is in fighting games. There's a lot more nuance, right? But I think that's what makes it interesting. I could have called. Also, I hope that answered your question. Dylan, basically, I would just try not to stress about Celestial too much. Just keep your keep at it, and especially if you get discouraged, just remember that you know, it's not a matter of skill or anything else. Really, it's more of a matter of luck, unfortunately. Because I mean, like, you know, you could literally. There's a lot of factors, excluding like delay too. Like just in the fact that for like you could boot Celestial as someone who's just barely gotten in, and then you just end up getting smoked because you're fighting like Patashi or some shit like that, right? Or Kizzy. Anyone like that, right? Thank you. My scythe went the other way. My bad. I need to stop being fast against Jacko like that. Goodbye. Oh, I have one more chance. Alright, what's this? I'm fucking dead. I knew as soon as I threw that fireball I was fucking dead. I actually kind of respect how this Jacko has been approaching the matchup for the most part. They're pretty reserved with how they contest things. So I don't really catch them as easily doing like other weird shit. I'm sorry. I like this person's description. Train for that Texas Showdown. When is Texas Showdown? You guys want to do a watch together? That sounds like fun. End of this month, we may have to watch it together. first game of Strive at Genesis? I did not. My my back hurts, so I just laid in bed all day and watched Chromo. Apology at 5-0 in the winners hall. That's kind of sick. Apology is really good. I feel like in North America, the people that get slept on the most, it's probably I think it starts and ends with Apology Man. I feel like I've never heard someone so actively like when he plays and stuff, he does so well, but no one ever talks about him. That's actually like the foul struggle. That was a cool combo. Fucking clap. I've never seen that shit work before. OTG them. Yeah, for Apology Man. You guys get done so dirty. Is this me? Oh, I'm sorry. I was not paying attention. I like Apology Man a lot. He's sick. And very good at videos. I'll let you guys decide which is more important. I don't know why I did that. I should not have PRC just in case. Because even getting hit by that wouldn't have been that bad. Thank you. Yeah, he's awesome. Oh, I'm really glad to hear it. Like, what? I thought it was committed. Thank you. Oh, never mind. Not yet. That was actually very good. That was just very... That was a little too quick. She's fast. The most played version of Baiken ever? Probably, but like you have to keep in mind there are more soul players on Strive than like people that bought Rev 2, honestly. So it's kind of a hard... Oops, I'm sorry. It's kind of a hard comparison, you know? Like, quite literally. Like, they literally like timed it, and there's like 27,000 like soul players on a lot of those like what is it? The system like rating update shit that keeps track of all those numbers. Even just like the amount of soul players is literally more than the numbers for Exter that they released. Yeah, I definitely did. Wah. Oh, I thought that would work. I should have just done 5D there. I think. I don't want to block. I don't want to block. Let me out. I feel like a kid going to elementary school. I don't want to go. I remember very frequently as a kid, my mom used to hate. I really liked Sailor Moon as a kid. If that's not particularly obvious now. But I'd always get pissed when I had to like leave school because our fucking I had to be in school like right after Sailor Moon started. That shit was as hard as I can get. I just wanted to watch Sailor Moon. Nice. Well, I don't think they know how custom it works yet, so I'm gonna just throw fireballs. Since the fact they keep getting approaches like that is actually pretty bad. I basically get to set up for them like for free every time if they keep trying to do that, unless I make a mistake. At least so far. But I think Zato can do what's it called? I think he can delay to catch me out of that. Like that. If they did what's that wacky move called? Not that one. When it comes up again, we'll talk about it. They did prop me. I'm surprised they didn't pay first. Right. Same thing. I shouldn't be doing charge fireballs until they're out of juice. Or out of Eddie, I should say. Alright, what's this? Basically, I think if Zato doesn't approach... Like, if you just keep trying to summon Eddie like this, you will never beat Testament. But you have to be more willing to play like footsies, which I know sucks. But even like that, for example, like I have to move to kind of think about it. But again, also at the same time, they're choosing 6P, which I don't have to be too afraid of if I just like use something like 2/8, for example. So like, see, even what they've shown me so far, it hasn't even worked, but I already have like a solution for it. Which is why, by the way, I'm always very anal about talking about how information in fighting games is so important. You feel me? Nice. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I did miss my micro dash. Depends a lot on matchup for the most part. That's also another problem with like giving advice. A lot of the matchups, like the concept to fight a character, is still a lot of it is direct, but not a lot of people are quite as willing to like. Oh, that actually won. Hold on. Counterplay on some stuff isn't as like linear. So with that in mind, I feel like a lot of my adaptation is going to be mostly dependent on how well I play matchups. Until I am at a point where I can just kind of... holy shit, that did a lot of damage. I can kind of go ham and autopilot. Thanks so much for the prime, Caesar. Boobs like me. Nice TP. Uh-oh. I thought they would just win. Whatever, it's gonna be like really hard to win here. Alright, what's this? They didn't even move. I should have just went high. I'm trying to be too fucking woke. They didn't even switch. They made me feel stupid as hell. This shit feels pretty good against Axel, I'm not gonna lie. Wait. Wait. That was a good burst. Nice. Probably not a good RC though, because I had meter and I can just use that to RPS. Oh my god. I should have dashed forward. They're still using a lot of 5P, so my adaptation to them is literally going to be just bulldoze to like risk reward. Because like Axel's not particularly scary in terms of risk reward situations. And if they get hit like that, thanks so much for the 100 bits, Harbear. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much too, Nate. Mew. Oh, woo. Woo. I don't know why I did that. Basically, my rule of thumb is if I do something and I don't have an explanation for why I did it, regardless of if it worked or not, I consider it a bad option. At least when you're learning. Okay. Thanks, my Pete. See, I was taking the throw. Sorry. Just like in the video. Exactly. Thanks so much for the Prime Pomber. I really appreciate it. Right. Probably shouldn't have burned the meter again, because that way I could just react and go from there. I try to catch that. Watch this though. Watch this, okay? Watch. Oops, I did not mean to jump forward, fuck. I tried to microdash TP, but I should have pressed the button. That spike kind of bodied me. What? Oh no, what's happening? Oh god. No, I did not mean to do that. Oh god. I was expecting an RC. I should have contested a little better. Okay. I'm sorry, they dashed it. What's this? That bodied my 6 spear. God damn it. We'll only run 1 or 2 more sets with them because we're having some bad connections. It's lagging because it's based off of this. I'll show you real quick. See? Leg reveal, yeah, exactly. Oh, I should have delayed it a little longer. I did not think he'd get a combo on that. Where are you going? I think they're gonna get shipped out. Yeah. If I lose this. Oh, I think this is gonna kill. Oh, hell no. This is gonna be such little damage. And it dropped. Okay. My bad. Thanks so much for the sub, Tenack. I really appreciate it. Can you see me fucking dodge that shit like a sub notification? I saw that shit in the corner of my fucking eye. Clap for me right now. Wow. Oops, I fucked up. That was supposed to be 5 each of the Crow. The Crow did not want to cooperate. Very neat. Oh, that doesn't work. I don't know why I tried that though. This chat is well behaved. I do also kind of like yell at people to do actions for me, so I don't know if it's really behaved as much as it's like Let's just give the crazy cow lady what she wants. Wait. I don't know why I did jump apes, so that was also not like. My bad. This chat is whipped. I have not heard someone say whipped in so long. Holy shit. Uh-oh, the convenient lag spike. Oh, I should have tried a hit confirm. Well, I guess it kind of would be a hit confirm, huh? Hey. Please combo. It'll probably combo from here because I'm like super close. Oh, but that one didn't combo. They shouldn't have burned meter again. Do not apologize at all. Wait. Well, my bad. That was also not wise. Especially not against Geo. There's no reason for me to try to 2H in between stuff like that as against Geo. Geo will just fucking 2D me back. Oh, my bad. Nice. Thanks so much for the Prime, Cassia. How have I pronounced that correctly? I probably butchered it. Maybe I have to use 5H against you, actually. Oh, probably too slow because of her dash. Well, I shouldn't have done CD. Alright, so how we're gonna adapt to them is they're doing a lot of they're forcing a lot of stuff in their approach. I noticed that a lot of the time when they approach, they use 6 feet. Likewise, they also go for a lot more extended pressure. So what I'm going to do in adaptation is I am going to just straight up flail RPS on defense until they vary it a bit more. But they're doing a good job so far. But even like that, for example, that's kind of what I mean. My bad. Why die? Okay. Well, I'm dead, I think. Maybe. I thought maybe I'd recover too fast. Right. So we're also focused on slowing them down in neutral. But I need to figure out better buttons to use for neutral. Healing. Me? So I wasn't actually looking for that. It's actually good they showed me that, because they could have killed me if I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I gotta challenge them way more. They're basically killing me a lot for... Oh fuck, I thought I was too far from TP. Alright, so I'm gonna focus on killing them for over-committing and over-approaching now. I don't think I need to be as tight on defense, since I think the way that they gamble in neutral probably means that I'm going to be able to win just off bullying in neutral. You feel me? As long as I'm reactionary enough. Oh, I could have fuzzy through. I'm dead, I think. Never mind. Close though. Oh, my bad. That was not ideal for me. Just say that. Well, like that, for example, I was definitely not expecting a that sort of interaction there. It still worked out for me. I gotta swing on them more with Fire and probably 5k. 2H may not be as good against them, just because of how good 2D is. Oh, my bad. God damn it, stop fucking up the camera. Let me do my combo. That's not good. Oh, my bad. Well, same thing. Like, I'm committing too much and they're swinging super hard. So in almost all these interactions, like, I'm not really, like, even, like, playing the matchup. I'm just dying to how little I refuse to interact, basically. I basically have to stick it to just playing like this. Without 6H, that was an accident. Man. Nice. Well, I gotta watch my spacing better. That was super. I don't know why I tried a 5P there. Thanks. That was very not wise. One more chance. Oh, I was not expecting that. I should have fuzzy too. Same thing. I gotta commit way more to OSing every time against them, and also covering their approaches in neutral. Also bank on the fact we'll probably contest in those interactions. Well, they probably shouldn't have bursted. I learned that one before. I actually training with it that randomly. Like day 2. Oh, I got crossed up. Thanks. Alright. Well, I shouldn't have done Furrow. That was very not live. Well, that is a frame cap. You actually can't, you need a 3 frame or a DP to beat that. Assuming I do it correctly. First Vader's booted. But I actually got lucky that they bursted, because that would not have comboed. Wait. That was a bad burst point. Oh, I dropped, but this is still gonna give me a mix-up, I guess. Oh, they shouldn't... This is -2. But I'll take it. Okay. Thanks out, Mantikore. Thanks for stopping by. How about Bull? You could have Bull. Oh, I got TP by accident. I'm definitely way overcompensating. I need to only focus on interrupting their approach. Everything else, I don't think I need to do as much. As long as I focus entirely on just like doing nothing but covering their approach, I think it's not going to be that hard. I'm kind of playing poorly with my decision making because I'm anticipating them to adapt to when I hit them with those sort of callouts, but I'm not reacting to how they rotate it. I just rotate it every time. That is why I should not use 2P. So 2K is probably fine. Nice. Well, that could have been pretty bad. I'm surprised that combo. That is actually fucking privilege. That shit feels so good. Aubrey. Thanks, I thought I was muting. That's too far for the big hit. Thanks. Alright. Nice. Oh, that for me. Oh, I did not. Well, that was a bad decision. That was also bad. They could have supered me. God damn it. Thank God they PRC'd it because I threw it anyways. What do you mean? I think that was gonna kill. Oh no, if that didn't hit, if that didn't break the wall, it would have killed. I thought about doing meta fight coaching. I've thought about it, but I would rather a lot of my information be free. And like, if you want like advice or something, I mean, you can just like, you know, play me. when it comes to whoops. When it comes to like replays and stuff, that's a bit hard, honestly. Unless like you participate in the net play tournament we run. Oh, that was bad. I just got supered. Good advice. Depends on what kind of advice you want. Any chugging advice? I don't really chug, unfortunately. Well, I do, but it's a lot of water. It's pretty low stakes. Oh, I thought that would be close enough for some reason. What would I say that the spam is doing wrong? Even though like Rekka 1 is very strong, they kind of overuse it so much, and also like they also kind of have the other opinion where they're actually like a little too passive. Like in neutral, I mean. This isn't like an excuse to just go ham, right? Because then if you play too aggressively, you can open yourself up to dying, right? Especially if I start implementing like the 6P. But they shouldn't use as... Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to be 2D. They shouldn't use as much... what's it called? They shouldn't use as much Rekka. They should just use the threat of Rekka more, because I've ID'd it every time, which is a sign that, you know, I'm specifically looking for it. How do I approach the pot matchup? I have not played that matchup way nearly enough. Well, that's too far. This is actually kind of bad. Bled water? I would... If I bled thick water... I don't know if I'd be for that. Nice. No, here's our chance. I'm dead. I missed. Fuck. I missed. Thick water is what is it? It's water for people with like swallowing problems, right? But it looks gross. This may drop. Oh, thank you. Oh, whatever. I'll take it over dropping. You guys want to watch Badlands chug some fucking thick water in a bit? You guys actually have poisoned minds. If I'm like, you guys want to watch Badlands? It's like fucking like, it's a whole like the group of children in the fucking car just go McDonald's, McDonald's. Oh god. Oh, I tried a fuzzy, but I got lucky. Nice. Thanks for 37. Emanitated. Sorry, brain, you know, ESL brain fart. Oh shit. Oh, that was a really bad RC. That was like one of the worst I've ever done in my life. That was like one of the worst I've done since like 2018. For sure. Oh, I thought I instant blocked it. Oh, I'm getting smoked. I gotta tighten my instant blocks again. This is the kind of the cursed thing about Ram sometimes. Because like a lot of their gameplay hasn't changed entirely, though they are playing more defense, or like more. They're a lot better in those sort of interactions where they're going for like even super like they've been doing is really good just because they're not really like doing the same thing, right? They're being unpredictable with it. I'm just getting smoked. I keep missing my 6 speed, so I need to play a lot more, or not my 6 speed, sorry, my instant block. So I may actually just stop trying to do it for now. The hands aren't feeling. I was a beast on, especially, you know, Badlands Arena. I was ridiculous at that shit. I think I told you guys, I played competitive TF2 for a bit because the only server I ever went to, because I was a shy little kid when I was like, what, 13? I went to this TF2 24/7 Highlander Badlands server. And let me tell you guys. Oh, I'm dead. No, just kidding. Alright, let me tell you guys. So, like, I had a bunch of players who were super godlike at, like, just random roles. Like, you had someone who was, like, an actual, like, not a pro, I should say, but, like, a really, really good, he was really, really good soldier. Like, he was, what do they call them? Scrim stars or some shit like that? Like, I guess they're kind of like net play warriors, honestly, in competitive gaming. Oh, I fucked that up. I liked playing Spy back then. So, like, all I did... yeah, use a Scrim Lord. Basically, oops. Basically, oh, I'm dead. I wonder if that's advantageous enough to get me something a little better next time. I'm dead. I'm so fucking dead. But I played TF2 Spy on Highlander, which is already dangerous. Like, if you guys have any idea what I'm saying, especially in like a, not like a competitive, but like a wannabe competitive server, that shit was awful. That was one of the worst experiences of my life. But I think it was directly responsible for like how I can play fighting games now. I have never had to deal with some actual bullshit like that. When I actually went to play competitively, if I didn't play Highlander, which essentially meant that no one was picking Spy, that was not wise. I don't know why I did it against Ram. Basically, like... well, that was a good air throw. I was 100% not expecting that from them. Competitive TF2 has like, what, four cores? It's what, heavy, medic, demo, scout, soldier. But I guess heavy is temporary, right? Heavy is like a fill pick a lot of the time. If you wanted to play competitive TF2, you had to play essentially scout or soldier or demo. Or if you try to like play anyone else, people just meme on you. And like especially getting twerked on in any game does not feel as bad as it feels in TF2. There's no game that has made me feel so bad at getting curb stomped. Like League of Legends, like even in like my heyday with League of Legends, I don't think a single time that I felt better after like 90%. I felt way better than like 98% of all my League games than like a mildly bad TF2 game. Thanks so much for the gifts of Pronk. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you basically just like, all you do over and over again is you just get like logged once, like, some regions in TF2 are extremely powerful to hold. That shit dropped? What the fuck? Holy, wait a second. How did that drop? Am I stoned? I feel like I just hallucinated. How did... What the fuck was that? How... Alright, please combo this time. I wonder if it's a Zato thing. That's such a good way to put it. It is really just that. It's pretty much stall, or whoever, like, if your team makes like a big enough boo-boo, and the other medic like essentially made a misplay, you've like won. Some truly cursed competitive TF2 is easily above all else. Fucking King of the Hill competitive TF2, I have never seen anything like it. That shit was omega cursed. Yeah, I only really like playing Highlander, like competitively, because I mean I only really like TF2 for Spy, which sounds like the most degenerate shit ever. But that's really where I got all my enjoyment out of it. Nice. Well, I shouldn't have RC'd backwards. That was supposed to be super. I got lucky. Sorry, that was flop. I used to put on the I put on like old OMFG Ninja videos. That was truly sick. Like old OMFG videos in like fucking, when was it? Like 2009. I'm not much of a fucking zoomer, like for nostalgia, right? There are some things I think are really cool, like from nostalgia. But I have to say, there's really, and I mean absolutely, nothing like a good OMFG Ninja fucking video. Like a highlight video. Wrong guy, Shadow. I'm so sorry. I hate to say it, but Splinky has been dealt with. But it's not our fault. Nice 2X. Yeah, I did pull something in my bag, so I'm a little limited on back movement right now. Nice. I'm actually surprised that won. Holy shit. That was not what I wanted, but I'll take it. That was such a good decision to jump there. That was a bad decision to jump there, but 10 stars for the other interaction. I also should have done 5k rather than 2k. Honestly, I'm really glad Germa got so popular. I watched him a little bit back in the TFT days as well, but I like I really watched Stir. But Germa is like actually like one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life. That dude is actually insanely funny. I pulled something in my leg, so let's see this is the last set for now, because I should rest a little bit and game right out.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Getting a little esports in here. I like that a lot. Let's get a little esports in here. I like when they like lift up their collar. You know what I'm talking about? They lift up the collar. It's getting kind of hot in here. Yeah, loosen the tie of it. Exactly. That's my favorite thing. If you haven't noticed, I'm very interested in like terrible tropes from the late 90s and early 2000s. Oh, my bad. Have you know, I was thinking like the other day, I mentioned specifically like, I forgot where I was watching it from, but that was a really good TP. But I was thinking like, you know, oh, I was watching a video on Twitter and someone was like commenting on how like some shit made them like afraid of heights or something. I've never been afraid of heights, but it made me think like, is there anything that I would not be able to tolerate? You know what I mean? Like, is there anything that would be like too much for me in terms of like discomfort or anything like that? Right? Like random fears, right? And oh, my bad. And I was thinking about it, it's like, you know, I'm very much like a meditative type. I feel like saying meditative type already kind of gives the wrong impression for what I'm trying to do. But what's like another? I like, you know, pineapple on pizza. Or not pineapple on pizza, sorry. I like mushrooms on pizza. I feel like that's a better way to put it. Though I don't mind either, honestly. Yeah, you can stay open-minded. I'm glad you got that from me. But basically, I thought, you know, like, I'm not really afraid of like dying or anything like that. Like those sort of things, like a lot of the common, like stereotypical ones, I'm not afraid of. But there's one thing that scares me before, unlike anything else. And you know what it is? I feel like everyone has this, right? If you said, all right, Romola, You will die if you don't. If you do not go back to 2008 and look at your Gaia Online forum posts. We're gonna kill you. I just say, just pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger. I don't know what it is about that specifically. Like, it's random, like that, like 13-year-old cringe. What was it? Cringe is really the only word I want to use for it, and I do not use that word lightly. I hope you're aware. But I'm trying to think. Gaia Online was like the worst though. I feel like if you played on something like Gaia, like again, another thing I played that was quite popular around that time was Habo. And that was also kind of embarrassing. Yeah, Bova. I love Bova. That shit is so good. Oh, it's like Baba, I guess. But yeah, basically, like... Oh, I'm sorry. Basically, if, Oh yeah, Maple Story, that's another great one. Maple Story is also another classic. Here, sorry, I would keep playing, but my back is really hurting. My back! My gamer posture! Ugh. When you see me laying like this when I'm playing, you already know my posture is going to shit. Okay, we were gonna watch that. We were gonna watch Thick Water. That is true. I did say we would watch Thick Water. Which do you guys want to watch? The boot chug? Oh, I've never seen him do a full boot chug.
Welcome to Badlands Chugs, and today I'm jumping off the deep end.
Hey,